Alright guys, so welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to show you how I practice my short game using this little Meevo. Now I do have the Meevo Plus and I use it all the time, actually every afternoon. But what I want to show you is that even though I use the Meevo Plus, in my morning sessions I find it very easy to just pop in this little Meevo and just work on my short game. It's so easy to use. I mean, I can just leave it here in my shed. I can pop it out, put it on my phone or my iPad. I'm not saying that the Meevo Plus is difficult to set up, but it's just a little more complicated, I guess. You know, you have to have your protections. I have to bring out my bigger monitor. And with the little Meevo, it's just quite simple. And for me, to work on those shorter distances, you know, the distances are really short. So if I'm hitting 150 yards, I'm not gonna know if I'm pulling it or pushing it. So I'd rather use my Meevo Plus for that. Okay, so let me just show you. It's quite simple. I set up the little Meevo right there. I hit from there, from the mat, and then I have all my information right here. So quite simple. I normally grab my 56 and I set up over here. It's about like 1.5 meters away from the unit. And I just work on first my 30 yards. So I know for a fact that my 30 yard is going to be up to there right here. So I'll just sit in here and just practice that move right here, and then I check, and that was 40 yards. So I need to dial it in a little bit. So okay, 37. So I need to just get it a little less. And what I'm doing here, I'm just trying to get that feeling, you know, just to dial in those shortest distances. Okay, 36. So that's better. Now if I want to do like 50 yards, I got a feeling for me that it's gonna be up to here. So set up and I do. Okay, that's 60. So as you can see here, and you can just work on those feelings because they're gonna come handy when you miss the green. So 50 yards, 50 exactly. So then I try to replicate that feeling, the same thing, and this is gonna come handy when I'm on the course. That's 38. Okay, then what I do, I switch around with my 52 as well and try to get the same feeling, because obviously some shots are gonna stop depending on the spin, some other ones are gonna roll. Then I go and try to hit like a 75 shot. So for 75, it's almost a full swing with my 56. So I just try to get it. 71, so that's very good. And then what I'll try to do, I'll just try to see what shots I'm better at, you know. So I know that I need to work on my 30-yard shots. Trying to get that feeling of what it feels to hit. This was 74, so that was really, really close. And another thing is that you have to remember is like it's gonna be 74 carry. So I'm gonna use this shot when I have about 80 yards or 85 yards to the green. So not when I have 74 yards, because it's just gonna get there and it's going to roll a little bit. So the spin on this one was 6,500, so it's not going to stop right away. Then I'll try to see my full swing with a 56, try to understand what that means in a distance. Okay, so I check and it's 92. So I know for a fact if I'm at the course and I do a full swing with my 56, it's going to give me about 92 yards. So I'll try to do it a few times, obviously. Okay, that was 100 actually. So I'm just trying to get an idea of how far I can hit the ball with different clubs, obviously. Okay, that was 81. So as you can see, I need to work on my distances there, you know, to get the right feeling. So then what I do is do different distances every time. So let's say I'm going to start with 50 yards. So I'm going to say it's going to be, I got to hit 45. So I'll try to focus and see 45. Let's see. It's going to be a little low. That's 53. So I know that that wasn't good. I would have passed the target. Then I'm gonna hit like 75 yards, so about 70 yards, because I know it's gonna roll about 5. So try to get that feeling. And that was 79 yards, so that was pretty good. And then I do my full swing, so I'm gonna see about like 95 yards, so I know I gotta hit about 90 yards. So try to get that feeling. Obviously I'll do it, I'll take my time when I'm actually practicing. That was 81 yards, so a little short. And again, as you can see, everything just set up here, so I can just look at the yards here. I look at the carry distance, and I also look at the spin. And then I try to determine, okay, if I hit 81 yards, it's gonna probably stop. So this one is probably gonna just be like 83 total. And I can determine by the spin. So for me, what I do a morning session like this. So I try to get those distances 20, 30, 60, 80 yards, up to 100 yards, and try to do it with my 56, my 52, and maybe even my pitching wedge. And then I try to understand, you know, the feeling that what it feels to hit those distances. And then what I do in the afternoon, I'll get my Meevo Plus, and I'll actually go into the simulator, and I try to replicate the same thing. So when I have about, you know, 50 yards, and I try to remember what I did in the Meevo, in the little Meevo, I had to hit those 50 yards, 40 yards, and that's been helping me a lot. My suggestion would be to practice with a net at home up to 100 yards. And if you have this unit, make sure you practice from 100 up. Make sure you take it to the range, because then you need to understand if you're pulling, if you're drawing, if you're fading. Up to 100 yards, I think you're fine with this, because it's not going to be, I mean, if I pull it, I can see it, I can feel it, I can see it here. It's clear that it's a pull or a push. At the course with 150 yards, you're not going to be able to see that. You know, it might start left, but it might start fading, so you're not going to know that. So little Meevo will give you accurate readings, that's for sure. I can tell you that because when I go into the Meevo Plus, the same feelings, they work. You know, the same feelings from 40 yards, 50 yards. The practice that I do with the little Meevo, I can take it to the Meevo Plus, and it works. Yeah, so if you're interested in buying the little Meevo or the Meevo Plus or the Pro package, right now there's an offer. It's about 200 off the Meevo Plus and about 100 off the little Meevo, and I think it's for a limited time, so make sure to use the link below. That was it for the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.